teamfighting as a support is one of the more challenging roles to teamfight with. The reason being is that you have to maintain awareness of both your team and theirs. Here's a few steps that should help improve your teamfighting. Before you engage, make sure your team is within a distance to react. If you land a 5-man tibbers but no team to follow up, it's useless. But you need to consider if the enemy player you're about to stun is alone, because if you waste your full CC on one player to then have the enemy team engaging on you out of a brush, you most likely will lose that fight. With League of Legends, a lot of matches are lost due to a lack of patience. But what do I mean? So you know those late game 5-on-5 standoff moments when both teams are at their peaks but the next engagement decides the match? Patience is the key here. You need to wait for the perfect moment to engage. Any sooner or later could throw the match. But that is only touching the top of the idea. Patience can distinguish a good support from a great support. You see your ultimate right now? It's pretty strong, right? Well, I'm here to inform you that you only have one of those for this team fight. Do not, as soon as the fight erupts, pop it, because well, the fight's just started. Wait with it. Let me put you in a scenario. You're Lulu and your team is just engaged. Now Lulu's ultimate increases the health of one player by a large amount, also knocking up enemies around that player and slowing them for the duration of this ultimate. You have a choice. You can pop your ultimate on the tank that just engaged, making for an even smoother engagement. But if you did that, your AD carry will blow up to the enemy Tryndamere that's just flanked your team. So if you wait a few seconds for the fight to unfold and have gained a better perspective, you would notice that the stronger option is to ult the AD carry, making him more tanky and able to kite effectively. If you engage onto their high threat target, you're most likely too far from your AD carry to peel for it. But that's fine, some supports specialise in engagements, such as Leona or Thresh, but that's not to say they aren't great peelers as well. If your team already has strong engagements, looking at you Malphite, or the enemy bruisers are just constantly on your AD carry, then perhaps consider peeling, because unless your AD carry is Vayne with double lift mechanics, he will need it. Sometimes fights won't go your way, or you may get engaged upon and your team wasn't prepared, so you're losing the fight. Well, in these scenarios, you need to try to cover your team's retreat. Try to slow and CC the enemy team chasing, thus forcing them to focus you. At this point you need to run in a different path to your team. This secures your team's safety, but guarantees your death. You need to be that hero, create a name for yourself. If you lose a teamfight or skirmish because the enemy AD carry is too strong, then you need to mix things up for the next battle. Choose him as the high threat target that needs to die. Itemise towards armor so you have more survivability. This will increase your chances of winning the next battle. I know some of you may think that this step is unimportant, but let me change your opinion on that. So why are the top teams so strong? Well, one thing they have that we don't is good communication. They know every move their teammate is about to make, but of course they have had years of practice together whilst we have one game. But we can try to mimic a tiny amount of what they do, and it will help you tremendously. Okay, so firstly, let your team know a focus. Something simple like, try to focus the AD carry guys. The last thing you want is 5 enemies alive, all on 5% HP. Secondly, communicate with item builds. Hey guys, I'll pick up an Aegis second item. No prob bro, I'll grab the Randuin's Omen for the Tryndamere and Graves. Or maybe something like, hey team, don't fight, I've got 200 gold till Guardian Angel. Finally, make use of the ping feature. If you're about to engage, spam ping so the team has somewhat of an idea of what you're about to do. My name's been Afrin, like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.